Hello, Mr. Jeffrey Katzenberg and Ms. Meg Whitman. This is Chad White's pitch for the C Plus comedy produced television show News Time to air exclusively on Quibi. We've had great success over on YouTube. Please don't look at the numbers. And now we want to bring our show over to Quibi. Okay, so why don't we get this started right here? All right. Well, everybody, welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the oh, it's really close to my face. Well, you know what? That's what's cool about Quibi. You can turn it sideways and everything's going to be fine. Here we go. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Oh, okay. We have a problem. Hold on. Just make a quick phone call. Here's that. Hey, you said this Quibi thing was going to be for real time. You said it's going to work. It's not working. It didn't turn. The video didn't turn. I know, I have the app downloaded, and they're gonna give me the show. I promise you, they're gonna give me the show. Well, just fix it for me. You fix it. It's not horizontal. It's still vertical. You fix it for me.
It's News Time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the calm news you didn't know about. See, I shortened it just like the story. 50 shows today, 19 weekly reality shows, daily talk shows, 175 shows total, movies shown in 10 minutes chunks daily. These are quick bites, or where Quibi gets its namesake. If you don't get that, I can offer up one more definition from my notes. Basically, a subscription YouTube for high-quality shows. Still struggling to grasp the concept? Well, too bad. Quibi is finally here after 2 years of teasing. Creator Jeffrey Katzenberg of DreamWorks fame and Meg Whitman of eBay and Hewlett-Packard fame created the streaming service as a way to draw in younger viewers. They're the ones who can't focus on one thing unless it's that Walking E or Billie Eilish or a Tic Tac. I know I got that wrong on purpose. Shorter media will lead them to ultimately watch more. The more generations we make, the shorter shows and movies become. So the solution is to stop having kids. Although, as I did skim over, it is subscription based, and teens usually take issue with paying for stuff. Disney, NBC Universal, Sony, Warner Media, and Viacom CBS, each with their own streaming services or partnerships, also lent their hands and wallets to establish the company. Not to mention the staff Quibi established with the likes of execs from DC Entertainment and Viacom. Sure, execs did drop out early on, but that didn't phase the organization. Katzenberg and Whitman dug up $200,000 in 2018 when the company didn't even have a name yet. They called it New TV, which it's not. Stop.
You are spending right now, you, Julia, are spending about 4 hours a day on this device, on social media, communicating, collaborating, playing casual games, and you are watching over an hour of short-form content. And what we want to do is to grab about 20 minutes of that time and offer people now a quality of storytelling and the best of what Hollywood has to offer. We admire the work that's been done. It's innovative, it's creative, but it's about $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a minute. On a typical scripted television show that you're referring to, it's $100,000 a minute. And what you can do with that kind of resource and the talent that you can bring is just quite unique and quite differentiated.
But as Jeffrey said, the content needs to be differentiated, but so does the tech platform. We need to optimize viewing video on your mobile in a way that has not been done before.
And how does Alibaba fit into that?
Yeah.
Are you partnering with them on the tech platform?
Well, they're going to be very helpful to us. They're doing a lot of very innovative things, and it's a collaboration around the technology as well as the content.
The foundation has been laid, the pieces are in place, and the target audience is well targeted. Quibi is meant for the millennial generation. Companies are so sure of its success, they're already jumping in to give it a strong user base. T-Mobile, for instance, will guarantee everyone on their network get the service for free 1 year. That's a similar deal to Verizon's free year of Disney Plus, Apple users' free TV Plus with device purchase, and AT&T's free HBO Max. The only plus there is the one where you'll be moving to Verizon after your year is up with AT&T. Years ago, this would be called some sort of nepotism, but none of this matters anymore because everyone's doing it, so I can do it too, Ma. Do you want me to be popular or not? Quibi has one thing working against it. It's being introduced into a crowded space during a time when TV is truly at its best. However, it's also being introduced during a pandemic when every single person on this planet now has time to watch as much TV as possible. Well, that is except for Dr. Anthony Fauci. That guy's days are long enough, what with meeting with the president every single day and answering the same questions over and over and over again on every talk show ever. And then there's the competition that isn't traditional television. Apps like TikTok, Snapchat, and I guess Instagram TV, if you're being desperate, are what the kids are watching these days. And they're also free, but like the great Elizabeth Warren once said, there's a plan for that. Katzenberg's response to the notably free companions, people are willing to pay. He elaborates by comparing the video provider to Apple Music and Spotify, not just the ability to get free music either. No, it's the personalization and the curation that comes with the services. Apple Music's Beats One Radio is a one-of-a-kind channel that brings a premium feel to a cheap product. Not cheap in a bad way. And Spotify's playlists, both curated and listener-made, are obviously above what any radio station can do. Quibi plans on doing the same thing with short-form video. A further comparison to HBO would elicit this: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. It's Quibi. Right.
5 years, 10 years down the line, is there room at the table for everybody, including Quibi? Or at some point are we going to arrive at a place where there are a handful of services that are actually working and the rest fall away?
Well, I think this is the most disruptive period of time maybe in Hollywood history. Right now, we're doing something very different than Netflix, Amazon, all the services are about to launch. They're all going to long-form OTT services. We're going for quick bite content in a completely different use case, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. On-the-go viewing and mobile only.
Quibi lands today with shows pretty much covering all genres. Chrissy Teigen's Judge show is a comedy, probably because she's not a practicing law person. Liam Hemsworth's movie is a thriller because it carries elements of one. Thanks a Million follows famous people paying it forward to us normies that made an impact. Whatever negative aspects critics might drum up, there are well-meaning intentions coming from the service. Those shows could live anywhere else, but it's not like other services were exactly looking for them. I can't say the same for the movies. I don't know where those could have gone. Maybe lower-tier Netflix releases? Then there's the news and reality shows, which are just composites of other composites. The release is both opportunistic and unfortunate. Journalists, celebrities, and other personalities are being forced to work out of their homes, throwing sheets up as backgrounds or using their kitchens as home offices. In reality, a pandemic and a streaming service should go hand in hand. It's working for the others. Why not this new venture? Analysts agree this is a perfect yet insecure time to launch a streaming product, including those coming from NBCU and Warner Media. The generous 90-day free trial offer to all users should be enough for anyone to want to check out what's going on within the app. This is the literal best possible time for that. But what happens to the true nature of the app as it was positioned to be viewed on the go when the quarantine's in? But we shouldn't count Katzenberg and Whitman's baby out just yet. Not even a lawsuit from the company that owns the video tech they're using has stopped their premiere. Who's to say not being on bigger screens won't do the same? As of launch day, critics are quick to chastise Quibi's existence. Others point out the lack of true standouts. Let me posit this. Do any streaming services have stellar shows on day one? Did Disney Plus not launch with Noelle and Lady and the Tramp remakes? Yes, it did. Are you going back to play any day one PS4 and Xbox One releases, Knack and Zoo Tycoon? No, you're not. With that being said, there is one criticism everyone, including myself, seems to agree with: the lack of a true TV experience. Quibi may be built for watching new shows wherever possible, but even with the advent of streamers allowing for downloads, shows are always better on the silver screen. Quibi's mobile-only requirements are a quirk, if not frustrating, especially to an audience that expects big production values and small packages. Further, Quibi differs from the rest with another novel idea. After 2 years, shows and movies can be put on other platforms. There's so much behind Quibi's launch that I don't think I covered everything here. Just look at it. As much as I think I know about it, I know nothing. I'm also not a fan of watching cropped vertical video. But as always, I'll move news time to Quibi for the right price. You hear me, Jeff and Megan? No amount is too low. And now, while you guys think on that pitch, why don't you subscribe and check out one of our other videos? Of course, you can always head to the website, cpluscomedy.com, where there's so many great interviews with your favorite comedians, you'll be wondering why I'm not on Quibi yet. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at cpluscomedy, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ChadUpLikeWhite, like us on Facebook, listen to the Constitutionals podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. And, okay, one more pitch. I get a Quibi show, and also I clean your bathrooms.